We are back. It's the Joe Holka Show presented by Underdog Fantasy. Today I'm about to give you my top 3 running backs with league-winning upside for 2021 fantasy football. But before we get there, make sure you sign up with your first deposit over at Underdog Fantasy. Promo code Holka. You're going to get a free $25 to mess around with the app or free entry into the Best Ball Mania 2, where winner's going to take home a cool $1 million first prize. I've been in a bunch of these. We've been doing them in Discord, so definitely join us over there. As always, the goal is to get you in, and it's to get you out. So let's not waste any more time. Michael Carter, the Jets rookie, currently coming off the board at running back 32, 93rd overall on Underdog Fantasy, but literally the only thing standing in the way of Carter seeing significant work is Tevin Coleman. Not to mention, people are still treating this Jets team like they did when Adam Gase was behind the wheel. It's different now. I totally get that the draft capital is concerning here. He was a day 3 running back, but he's already seen some first-team reps in minicamp, and we know he's a fantastic pass catcher, which is extremely appealing for fantasy football. And since 2019, he led all of college football with 29 rushes of 20-plus yards. Last year alone, he led college football in both yards per carry and yards of 15-plus or more yards. So that big play upside is real. And if things break right with the workload, or maybe he's just better than Tevin Coleman, which seems highly likely, Michael Carter is an absolute league winner. Ezekiel Elliott, running back 5 on Underdog Fantasy. Tony Pollard, running back 36. Whatever you think about the talent difference between these guys, I don't really care because it's not that important. Think about it this way. Zeke's cap hit is actually going to be higher than both Brady and Mahomes this year, so they're going to feed him. But the thing is, positive regression is coming. He finished well below expectation last year, and a lot of that can be explained by how terrible that Zeke ran at the goal line. Something Rich Rebar shows us here. It's just never been an issue for Zeke in the past, and the volume's going to continue to be there for those high equity touches from inside the 5. So the offensive line with Dallas was also just decimated by injuries last year. PFF graded them as the 29th best run blocking unit in 2020, but Smith, Collins, Martin, they combined to miss 36 games. And we mentioned Dak, but most people don't understand how drastic the difference was for this offense. Let's take a look at games with and without him last year and how it affected Amari, Lamb, and Zeke. He's still a league winner. He was someone that we were taking in the top 3 last year. In the top 5 this year, can't beat it. So the anchor for this video is actually supposed to be Darrell Henderson, but now Akers is done for the year. Everyone is talking about him on Twitter. We're going to see his ADP go through the roof. Javonte Williams, running back 23, 63rd overall in Underdog Fantasy. Imagine if the Broncos dump Melvin Gordon to the Rams. Imagine if the Broncos still somehow land Aaron Rodgers. Pretty simple. Either of those two things happen, Williams is probably going to be a league winner in his current draft position. One of the bigger worries here is that this is the same coaching staff that brought Melvin Gordon in and also gave him a 2-year, $16 million deal, but beat writers have kind of been sending warning signals on Melvin's role already. A pretty consistent drumbeat, actually. I do ultimately believe the talent will rise to the top with this one, even if for some reason Gordon does stay in the picture, at least temporarily. Always been a fan of Graham Barfield's yards created methodology. He actually pegged Williams much higher than consensus for months now, so he's a guy I want to be overweight on in 2021. Who are your favorite running back league winners for 2021 fantasy football? Let me know in the comments, and if you made it this far in the video, I want to remind you that I'm giving away $250 cash. If you haven't entered the contest yet, it takes less than a minute to enter. There's going to be a link in the description for that. All right, good talk.